jabber, action figure. Jibber jabber, action figure. Hello there, and thank you for tuning in. This is the Hav. What I'm showing here is a 1979 vinyl action figure holding case. It can hold up to 24 figures, but the reason why I'm showing it is because I had a subscriber ask me a question about a gray platform that had pegs on it, and they were wondering where that came from. Well, that came from this case. And if you take out the tray, you'll see a second tray underneath holding an additional amount of figures. Now, I don't like to limit myself to my figures or dolls, if you want to refer to them in that way. But anyways, it'll help the action figures stand up straight without falling. So that's why the pegs are there on the back side of the platform. I'll explain a little more about this Boba Fett in a second.
The children will have 2 dolls instead of 30 dolls, you know?
Well, again, I'm not all into the just 2 dolls instead of 30. But anyways, back to the action figure. The one there in the middle is much, much lighter. And that's because in Europe, they used a lighter colored plastic. It's more like a baby blue, whereas the ones from Kenner are more like a baby blue mixed with gray, so it's just darker. Also, on the back of the legs, well, here's a carded version of the trilogos. They came from France, Spain, and England. So those different companies, we had Meccano in Spain, in France, PBP in Spain, and Palitoy in England, and they were all licensed by Lucasfilm to produce these figures legally. And the one I have that's very light colored is actually from Spain. That's the PBP double scar no coup action figure, and I'll show the back legs so that you can see what I'm referring to specifically. I have to spin the platform around so you can see the back of these figures. Now, on the right calf in the back on this Kenner action figure, you can see where it says CPG, which stands for CPG Products Corp., which was a division of General Mills, which was used by Kenner at that time. In fact, I think it's the only figure that comes with this. And it says King Kong. It says Hong Kong on the back. And this one on the back right side calf on the reverse has what's called a double scar. You can only see one this way, but if I shine a little more light on it and get a little closer still, you'll be able to see that there's in fact 2 scars. And this is where the country of origin would have been Hong Kong, but the molds that were taken from Hong Kong were simply carved out instead of having the actual country of origin. And the one from Spain had a smooth leg, and that one doesn't have the double scar. So anyways, here we are with the ship, Slave 1, which is Boba Fett's ship. Now, Disney attempted to change the name and call it the Fire Spray or Boba Fett's ship because they said Slave was kind of out of date and not pertinent. So I thought, why not call it Sex Trafficker 1? Since that obviously is very catchy and very modern and pertinent to what's going on in our society these days. But I'll stick to Slave 1. Anyways, here's different body shots from Slave 1. You can see the front windshield. Here's the carbonite block with Han Solo in it. Now it has stickers on the side there. Some are missing, and then on the opposite side, only one is missing, and then the other 3 or 4 stickers are present. Now this is just a hollow version to show you what he would look like in carbonite, and he's there in the cargo hold of the ship, and you can access him by removing this side panel. And also, there's a lever there that if you pull it back, the seating area for the ship's cockpit slides back. Now you can put your pilot in there, Boba Fett or whichever action figure, provided that he fits in those little straps that hold him into position. Now once you put him in, he's ready for flight. You use that handle and scoot him back to the front position, and you can see him through that front windshield once again. Now you can remove him through the windshield, but each time you press down and pull it out, you risk breaking the teeth that hold it into the body of the ship. So I would recommend just accessing him through this side panel. Now, if you notice on the back, there's no ramp or back door, as some call it, but it is both a back entryway and also a ramp, but it's missing. So I had a friend go on eBay and buy the door outright just to complete my ship. And I had him do it probably about 2 years ago, but I was waiting to make this video so I could show it off. Pay no attention to that woman behind the curtain. Anyways, this did cost $75. Yes, you heard right. It's pretty expensive, but this is what happens when you piece parts out. $75, huh? We could almost buy our own ship for that much. And yeah, that's true. So I recommend when buying action figures and or ships, try your best to get them fully complete. That way you don't have to part them out and look and hunt and pay extra money when it's not necessary. Now, if you look here, you can see the gravity-fed landing wings, if you will. They're pretty cool. If you see back here, these firing cannons, which is the weapon system on the ship, and also underneath of the ship, it would have a bomb release, and it would have what they call sonic charges. So here we have a handle on the bottom of the ship made for the operator of the ship, you know, the child or whomever is flying it around. You got somewhere to hang on to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.
Cheers.